that in the world, people who consider themselves rulers, your bosses, your supervisors, your leaders, he says the people who are considered rulers of the Gentiles, they lord it over them. Now to lord, if Christ is the Lord of all, meaning he's in control of all, when someone lords something over your life, that means they hold it over your head. They hold it over you and they say, I have this authority and I'm going to hold it up. You better listen to me because I'm a person of authority. I'm the boss. You'll clock in when I say you clock in. I know nobody works with people like this. You'll clock in when I say you're going to clock in. You are going to miss church because you're going to be here on Sunday morning. He says people who have authority, they lord it, they hold it over you. And those who are leaders, they exercise their authority to show, to demonstrate that they are somebody, that they have climbed to the top of that mountain. They are at the top. They're on a higher rung on the corporate ladder of status than you are, and they want you to know it. And Christ says, you're sitting here arguing amongst yourselves about how you can be elevated, but what you're missing is that in the world system, in the culture that surrounds us even this very day, it's all about who has authority, who can push what button, who can say what, and people jump and command. He says, that's what it's about in the world. It's not that way in the kingdom. It's not that way in the kingdom of God. He says in the kingdom of God, there's three things you need to understand. In the kingdom of God, it's not about who has the authority. It's not about who considers themselves a ruler and who can lord it over you, how well, how good, how skilled they are at lording it over you. He says that's not what makes a person a leader. He says, but it shall not be so among you in verse 43. Whoever would be great among you must be your servant. If you want to be great, if you want to live a purpose-filled, mission-filled life for Christ, then become a servant of other people. You have to love other people more than you love yourself. And it's totally countercultural. What Christ says here, he says, whoever would be great among you must be your servant. They must, in order for us to go anywhere, we've got to become servants of people. We've got to stop looking straight ahead, look to the left, look to the right, look in front, look behind, look under, look above, and serve. You may get an award, you may get a paycheck, you may get a thank you, and you most likely will not. But God will be well pleased. Your purpose in life is found in how you serve other people. You have a gift, you have a talent, you have a little bit of skill. You're better than me. You can hit a nail 2 times in a row straight. Use it for his glory. Serve one another. He's giving you some resources. You can go to your bank account and take out $20 without having to worry about it. Serve one another. In our discussion yesterday, we were talking about this thing about giving and giving and giving, and we were trying to wrestle ourselves past the idea of just giving with our money. We've got to give of our time. We've got to give of our talent. It's not just the money. Anybody can write a check and send it across the world, but will you go and serve the needs of someone else? Anybody can talk about the problems in Baltimore City, but when do we get in our cars and drive to the city and serve one another? Anybody can talk about the schools are dilapidated, but when are we going to give up of our own lunch break and go and serve somebody else? If you want to be great, if you want to live a life of significance, serve other people.